So, da sind wir wieder zum nächsten Part von Do Not Take This Cat Home. Wir haben mittlerweile ja schon sehr viel erreicht. Ich glaube 26 Endings oder so. Genügend, wir können ja mal kurz nachschauen. Ah, da oben steht 22 Endings haben wir. Wir haben ja das letzte Mal die Katze zurückgelassen und ja, jetzt gehen wir mal zur Katze zurück, wenn wir weggehen wollen. How are you supposed to walk away from that? What kind of a monster would you be if you could? You sigh a little and walk back to the cat. Yeah. It looks almost hopeful. Its tail is swishing fast as it leans up a little more towards you, as if eager for your next move. Wir gehen wieder. You really can't afford to take the cat home with you. Well, maybe it wouldn't be completely impossible. A few extraneous luxuries cut here and there, and you could see things working out, sure. But there's a slight problem that's been making you waver this whole time. One you simply can't ignore. The problem being that you just can't trust this cat. It sounds ridiculous, even in your head. Cats don't require trust to care for. They're incapable of betrayal or deception, specifically because, like other animals, they only seek out the most basic essentials of living, procreation, and comfort. Malice isn't something that could ever logically be applied to them, and yet you feel it. That behind that gut-wrenchingly adorable face is something dangerous. And that something brought you here. It caught you here. You're a curious person, but even you can't shake the deep, instinctual desire to get away from it, 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 get away from it. The cat's face looks blank. It's an expression you've seen on many cats before, but something about it feels sharper. Like it's aware of your thoughts and your intention to leave. And it's staring you to try. You slowly stand up. The cat tracks your movement with its eyes, not bothering to move its head. You don't say a word. You try not to even think. Get away from it, get away from it, blah blah blah. Though you don't really succeed. You turn around and quickly leave the alley, feeling those sharp eyes on you the whole way. When you get a good distance away, you finally take in deep gulps of air. You feel better now. And there's still plenty of time left to enjoy your day off. As long you forget everything that just happened. But what to do? Dog park. You said take a stroll. Don't you think you're dog park? Bitte was? Bitte was? Nein. Kann ich das hier noch schauen? Was? Nein. Aber Wuffies. Decide to move on. Dogs are also adorable. You want to pet every single one you come across. We know not all owners are cool. So just the pet, not all special. Bla bla bla. Das kennen wir alles schon. Da have to wait very long. Papi. Aber meine Ohren. Huh? What the? How did you get back here? Very quickly. What now? Carnival! It's been a day at the carnival. Ferris wheel, roller coaster, fire boat, rides we've been on before. Hops, counters, balloon darts, games we've played before. Funeral cake, popcorn, cotton candy, food you've eaten before, all things you've enjoyed before. You're surrounded by groups of people all having fun together, laughing, playing, eating, taking pictures, making memories, and then there's you. The sun hasn't started to set yet, still high in the sky, but it will soon. You start to wonder if maybe you should just go home for the day. When you stop in the tracks, you see something new, an attraction you've never seen before. Amazed? Familiar? Sounds kind of lame, to be honest. There isn't even a line to get in. But then, what else is there to do different? We enter the maze. Wir sind wieder bei der Katze. The cat's face looks. Leave the area quickly. What now? Go watch a movie. Theater, bla 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 bla. Gehen wir jetzt erst zum alten Theater. Ich wäre hier Ticket. Und wir sind wieder bei der Katze. The cat's face looks. Watch a movie. New Cinema. Ja, scheiß Idee. Könnt ihr auch einfach warten, bis es auf DVD rauskommt. Haben ja auch keine Lust. Wir gehen rein und the cat face looks. It's what now? Go home. Wait, haven't you done this before? If you're sick, looking around you suddenly realize that unlike earlier, there isn't a single person inside. You're alone. You're completely alone. So why do you feel like you're being watched right now? You feel your heartbeat start to race. You need to get home. Now. You walk back home, the feeling of ice on your back getting worse with each step. By the time you're fumbling with the keys at the door, you're soaked through with cold sweat. Your skin prickles and itches. The heavy gaze, if you might as well be eyeballs physically pressing into your flesh. Sticky and unnatural. You finally get inside and... the weight of relief in the sight that escapes through your lips actually causes you to physically shudder. The horrible feeling from earlier immediately dissipates, as if it were never there. In the wake of its departure, you're left shaking and cold in your sweat-soaked clothes, but you're too relieved to care. Exhausted, you mentally pass on the very concept of eating and head straight for your bedroom. You open the door. Not again. No, no! You back up in fear. Eyes strain on the cat and its horrifying grin. You need to escape. You need to get out. But if even home isn't safe anymore, where will you go? You risk a glance around you and you see the walls all around you have become fleshy and lined with sharp teeth. The ground now a tongue riffing under your feet. And horror you realize that the alley's entrance is getting smaller and smaller, closing like a mouth. You try to run for the exit. Nowhere to hide, nowhere to hide, nowhere to hide, nowhere to hide, nowhere to hide. But trying to run on the tongue slows your speed significantly as you stumble and trip. Now, you watch helplessly as the last sliver of light from the entrance tightens beyond a size you could never hope to squeeze through. As darkness falls over you, you feel the damp humidity of the mouth all around you. The walls of teeth, fangs, take their time closing in closer and closer and... Ending 23. Feedback Loop. Ey, das ist aber auch noch Static Sound im Main Menüs. Ja, schon back. Ja, stay. It's strange. The more you hesitate to leave the alley, the more you find yourself wondering, what's the point? You will go where? Do what? What's the point when you're always doing all of it completely and utterly alone? Even going home to your apartment wouldn't help, would it? One bedroom, one bathroom, and one you living alone in it. It's been like that for so long. Yeah, you started and you feel an impossibly soft paw pressed lightly against your wet cheek. You didn't realize you'd been crying, or that your little breakdown had literally brought you to your knees right in front of the cat's box. You feel slightly embarrassed, but the cat responds as if it can sense your self-deprecating feelings creeping in. It presses its paw on your cheek 3 times in quick succession, as if trying to slap you out of your melancholic state. But they're so light, the slap feels more like getting gently and eagerly petted. You can't help but laugh a little. Can't believe I'm having a meltdown in a dirty old alley, with a stray cat comforting me. You smile and show your gratitude with a scratch to the cat's chin. Thanks, I'm fine, really, that just happens sometimes. I really do like being alone most of the time. It's the only time I feel comfortable being myself, you know? But even I get lonely every now and then. It's easy to ignore when I'm keeping myself busy. That's why I pushed myself to go out today, I think. Or maybe I was hoping to make a friend or something, though I guess that wouldn't be a good idea. I doubt someone like me would make for a very good friend to anyone. Sure. Okay, maybe I won't go so far as to say that, but you stay and just talk to the cat about anything that comes to mind. Your isolation, your loneliness, your many fears, your losses, your emptiness. Although, the longer you stay there, the smaller that one significant emptiness feels. It's been so long since someone just listened. Your words shift to gentler topics, your hopes, your dreams, happy memories of the past. As you talk, you don't even notice the once cold concrete walls of the alley becoming flesh-like, warm and pink. Its softness slowly engulfing the both of you. The sound of your own voice feels hypnotic as it reaches your ears, encouraging you to speak more of the depths of your heart into the open. You give in easily. When you do run out of words, you're not sure how long you've been sitting there, but not knowing doesn't seem to bother you. Still, a strange question enters your mind. Ja, was anderes kann ich ja nicht machen, ne? Leave and go home? Why would I want to do that? You're too tired to move. Pouring out your heart and soul has taken a surprising toll on you. But you have no regrets. You're so happy. You don't think you've ever felt so hard. Or so seen. You lean forward to rest your head on the box. You don't feel the rough cardboard you were expecting. Instead, you find yourself resting on a mass of something. Something soft and slightly damp and warm. So warm. But you can't find it in you to care on what it could be. You're so tired. You close your eyes and you get the feeling that they will probably never open again. Oh. But as that all-encompassing warmth encases you slowly, completely, you feel nothing but pure contentment. Ending 22. Not alone. Was machst du mit mir, Katze? Oh. Secret! Sind es hier einfach nur die Augen oder passiert hier was anderes? In the days leading up to my meeting with it, I've been obsessed with a memory. Someone precious to me had found someone precious to them. My best friend. My only friend. I was happy for them truly. But then I would be happy for the others too. They promised it wouldn't happen to me again. That they knew how it felt to be told by someone you cared for that they outgrown you and your friendship. That they'd never ever do such a thing to me. There's not a moment that passes now that I wish I would risk the pain of their rejection and just believe them. But I didn't. I pulled away before they could, trying to protect my fragile heart. But it only hurt all the more. Selfish as it was, I would wanted them to fight harder to keep me around. When it appeared with me, it promised to be just that. A friend that would never ever let me go. A friend that would never ever leave me. and all I had to do was promise the same thing in return. Oh. You're walking, right, of course. No. Oh. Nein. Ah. Going out and executed it. Weather good today, that good thing. Maybe good luck too. Yes, lucky. Lucky. Ich dachte, das fängt auch wieder von vorne an. Lucky. Hallo Katze. Or maybe it was fate. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibility of where you could go or what you could do. Maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost missed it. Yeah, what was that? Blah blah blah. Meow. Big cardboard box. It's a cat. Like fur. Meow. So, you look so familiar, right? Yeah, meow. Meow. Do not take the cat home. You'll never take this thing home with you. Tobi? Hast du jetzt deine 5 Minuten? Scheinbar. Katze stört Katzenspiel. Nee, kann ich nicht tolerieren. Das waren so adult. Meow, you are my friend in bed, bla bla bla. Meow. So, jetzt eigentlich das Leave the Cat alles durch. Feed cat. The cat must be hungry, right? You can't imagine that it's had much to eat if it's so attached to the box that it's in. Though it doesn't exactly seem malnourished either. Surely you must have left the box to search for food then. For some reason, something in the back of your mind tells you that's not the case, and not to think on it any further. Well, either way, you can't exactly enjoy your day out knowing you left behind a hungry cat, especially when you could have done something to help. So, what to do about a hungry kitten? Check pockets. You dig into your pockets. You find a small piece of string in your left pocket. Not very helpful. The string is far too short. Kann es sein, dass man manche Sachen erst falsch wurden und andere Endings gemacht hat? In your right pocket is a bar of chocolate. You find a chocolate bar. Is it? Nope, it's not even expired. Quite a fine indeed. You're about to offer it to the cat, when suddenly you're hit with guilt as you remember something gut-curdling. Chocolate is toxic to cats. Oh my gosh, You resist the urge to vomit at your near mistake. You feel so guilty, you throw the chocolate bar away in the nearby trash bin. And almost cat killer doesn't deserve chocolate. You go back to the cat baby to stand its innocently oblivious expression. Tobi! Tobi. Ja, geh in deine Box. Siehst aus wie so ein Obdachloser. Meow. It doesn't even know that you're almost... I'm so sorry. Tobi! I don't even know what to say. You're a horrible person. You know what? Stay there. I will be right back. Leave the alley. In return, with a whole fish you bought at a nearby grocery shop. It was a bit pricey, but it was the least you could do. The cat eagerly accepts the offering. Tobi, willst du jetzt Synchronsprecher werden? Come here. Nee, da hat kein anderer so. The cat eagerly accepts the offering, munching heavily at the fish after you would place it in the box. You want to smile at the sight, but you just feel so awful, sorry again. The cat seemingly pays you no mind as you slip back out of the alley. Not feeling like you deserve a peaceful day out, you say to just head back home. Okay. On the way home, you notice more cats than usual watching you from their hiding spots, but you try not to think about it. Tobi. Ich werde hier auch von der Katze beobachtet. You can't help but wonder if they knew what you nearly done, but it's not like you meant to hurt anyone. Right? You finally reach your apartment when you're about to unlock the door when... Da sind ganz viele Katzen. You look behind you, only see dozens of cats standing there, looking at you. Did they see you feeding the cat in the alley and thought that you had more food for all of them? I'm so sorry. I don't have any more food for you. None of them move an inch. You're starting to feel a little unnerved when finally a single cat pushes its way to the front and... Oh, it's... Held carefully between its teeth, it's a chocolate bar you'd thrown away earlier. It places the chocolate bar down in front of it before looking back up at you. All the cats look up at you. You can feel their judgment. You feel your sits weighing down heavily on your back. But without the money to buy enough food for all of them, you don't know what to do. Oh. Beg for forgiveness. You collapse to your knees and bow down low as you start to earnestly beg for their forgiveness. I'm so sorry, I swear. I would do anything to make it up to all of you, but you're out of options. Suddenly, you feel something stir in your stomach and swim its way up to your throat, closing off your airway as it tries to force its way out of your esophagus. It finally succeeds with aid from your helpless gagging. What the? Laying on the ground in front of you. Fish. It's a flopping fish. You just threw up a living fish? What the hell? The cats come rushing forward, all tearing hungry at the fish. You're happy to finally be of help, truly, but... Oh. You throw up another fish. Oh. And another. And another. And your stomach hurts. You're getting dizzy. You fall to your knees. Tears and snot are streaming down your face by the time you cough up a fine tiny bloody fish and collapse forward. Your throat and stomach both burn in a way that feels dangerous. You start to fade out. Despite the pain, you strangely feel a more overwhelming sense of hopeful pride. That you've made up for your disgusting actions. That you've been forgiven. Oh. The sound of happy cats munching away at their fish fills your ears. Then you feel something being nudged into your hand. It feels like it's the bar of chocolate you had found in your pocket. You smile weakly. You successfully atone, but you don't really have the strength to eat your reward. Say, last taste in your mouth as you leave this mortal coil doesn't get to be that of chocolate, but raw fish. Ending 24. Fishing for pardon. Du Monster. Geh mal rein. You decide to cut your losses and head inside. Your sins weigh down on you, but you're only human. What more can you do? Jeez. You try to ignore the yowling at the neighborhood cats as you go about your course. You consider preparing dinner, but how could you enjoy it knowing how hungry those poor cats outside are, the ones you've wronged? You say you take a bath and go straight to bed without dinner, a fitting punishment for someone like you. You forgo the fancy bath bubbles because you don't deserve them, and sink into the water with a sigh. Your mind races, but you can't really think of any immediate solution that doesn't require more money. You wish there was something, anything you could do to make things right. Suddenly, your legs start to feel really itchy. You try to lift one to see what's going on, but what rises out of the water isn't a pair of legs. Fish. Meerjungfrau, Mann! It's a fishtail. You feel dizzy at the sight, but maybe you're hallucinating from the stress. You try to climb out of the tub to cool your head, but instead of your hand rising up to brace itself, a wet fin stretches out to plop on the rim. It's too weak to hold your weight and you're so startled by the sight. Then you slip and smack your head on the side of the bathtub, passing out almost immediately. You're awake, you think. Anyway, you open your eyes and you're underwater. You must have slid beneath the surface of the bath water, you guess instinctively. Except not really. A bubble simply floats out of your mouth, up to the surface. You're broke as heck, so you know your bathtub isn't that big. Did you shrink? But how? And even if there were a reasonable answer, it wouldn't explain how you haven't drowned yet. You swim to the edge of the tub and see the truth in your shadow silhouette. You've been turned into a fish? This isn't possible. You don't get any time to ponder over this, unfortunately, because just then a shadow looms over you from above. You look up and see the cat. It peers down at you from beyond the water's surface. And then you realize this is the answer. This is how you were meant to atone. With a heavy heart, you swim up to the surface. The cat scoops you up, tossing you out of the tub and onto the bathroom tiles. Blub blub. As you flop around, gasping for air or water, you realize the cat wasn't alone. Dozens of hungry eyes peer down at you. You can hear the yowling of what sounds like hundreds of cats outside your bathroom window. You send one last look to the cat before closing your eyes and accepting your fate. As the cats descend upon you, tearing at your flesh, you find yourself mourning the fact that you're not even big enough to feed all of them. Even in the end, you couldn't probably atone. Your efforts, your life, all of it, amounted to nothing. Ending 25. Seafood sacrifice. Oh, Junge. So. Look around the area. You glance around the dark, dingy alley, and only see garbage bags, trash bins, empty cardboard boxes, and scattered litter here and there. If there were something for the cat to eat, surely it would have found it by now, right? But you don't want to just give up so easily. You keep looking. You look and only see garbage. You sniff and only smell garbage. You listen. Skitch, skitch. You just barely make out the sound of faint scurrying by a trash bin a few feet away. Quietly, also quietly, you creep out to the bin and you land. You weren't very graceful in your attempt. You would stumble and knock over a stack of nearby boxes full of more trash, but as you stand up, crest in your hand, is a small mouse. The mouse squeaks and shrieks in distress, wriggling and struggling desperately in your grip. You're holding it too tightly and carefully for it to be able to bite or scratch your dough. It wears itself out eventually and looks up at you with black eyes. It's completely at your mercy. Oh. Spare the mouse. Oh. Are you sure? Spare the mouse. It must be starving. Spare the mouse. You know the cat is hungry. Why are you hesitating? You can't pray for the cat's sake, didn't you? Are you really going to value the life of a filthy rodent more than the cat's? Spare the mouse. Oh. You're mocking me, aren't you? Last chance. Hand over the prey. Now. Spare the mouse. You let the mouse go. It scurries away, squeaking into a tiny hole in the wall, but you don't pay it much mind. You don't flinch as a giant claw paw slowly falls in front of you, blocking your path to the alley entrance. Not that you had any delusions about escaping. The cat is hungry after all. You close your eyes in acceptance as the paw gently pulls you back, and jump. Ending 26. A life spared. Feed mouse to cat. Oh, wie ich das so sage hier. The mouse is reluctant. Feed mouse to cat. You feed a mouse to the cat. The cat tears it apart instantly. Nom nom. The mouse paint squeaks and squeaks pierce through you until they're abruptly cut off. Satisfied, the cat mews happily at you, wet tinting its fangs. The cat curls up in its now blood-stained box and goes to sleep. You take your chances to leave. A well-fed cat will likely follow you home after all. And cute as the cat is, you really can't afford a pet right now. Still feeling a little giddy about the mouse, you decide to just go home. After a long walk home, you finally enter your apartment. You head straight for your room and collapse on your bed, falling into a fitful sleep. Later, you wake up. That's loud. Aua! The squeaking and scurrying noises all around you. So loud and constant they sound like screams in the darkness of your room. You see the shifting shadows of hundreds of mice surrounding your bed. You try to run. Ah! But you cry out as twin nuances of pain races up your legs. You fall off the bed in your attempt to escape. The hordes of mice dodging you as you crash to the ground. You can't stand up, looking back and screaming in the dark. You just about make out the source of your pain. The flesh and tendons of your heels and ankles are mangled, bitten through your socks. No, leave me alone! Desperate, you crawl with only your arms towards the door. The mice descend upon you, biting into your skin, gnawing away pieces of you. You start to fade in and out of consciousness, but you still reach up for the doorknob. Your arm heavy weighed down by the mice clinching to it with little claws and tiny teeth. You manage to just stand up enough for the door to slowly swing open. Plop. Oh! Deswegen plop. But your outstretched arm suddenly falls to the ground, lifeless. The mice manage to chew through the flesh and bone of your now dismembered limb. As a few mice creep forward to curiously inspect your arm, you stare blankly at it for a moment before sliding your gaze up. In the newly opened doorway sits a familiar-looking mouse. It stares at you, the darkness in its beady black eyes. You can't begin to measure their depths, nor the hatred pouring out from within them. All of it aimed at you. You collapse, head hitting the floor as your other arm is eaten away as well. You're not sure how you're still conscious. The pain should be indescribable, and yet you just feel a cold sense of loss. The mice have clustered along your back now, gnawing and ripping their way between your shoulder blades, into your back, into your chest. You weakly cough up blood. They must have damaged something important. You feel something being pulled out of you, and in between the moments that blankets of darkness fade out your vision, you hear something wet plop on the ground in front of you. You pry your eyes open and see it in front of the mouse. Weirdly shaped, red with your blood impulsing, and oh, that's your heart, isn't it? The other mice all descend upon it, abandoning your half-eaten body. You're losing a lot of blood. You feel sleepy, but you also feel Anger? Yes. So much anger. How dare they? How dare they? The last thing you see before your vision fails you is a pair of glowing eyes leering in from the darkness beyond the doorway. Yeah, Katze. You can hear squeaks and shrieks of terror all around you. Low yowls, deep snorts, gnashing teeth, tearing flesh. As your remaining senses leave you, you smile weakly with the last of your strength, when something with soft, slightly damp and sticky foam nuzzles your cheek. Good kitty. Ending 27. Well fed. No. So. Oh! Nachdem wir die beiden jetzt haben, haben wir jetzt etwas Neues. Blatt. Hoho. Naja, also ganz am Anfang des Spiels haben wir ja Katze ja Blut gefüttert, mehr oder weniger. Sie hat das Blut vom Messer abgeleckt. The cat lets out a sad, pleading little sound. It's hungry. It must be starving. So you look around and see a nearby shard of glass. Your body moves as if it knows what to do, what needs to be done. You take the shard and... Why would you do that? Oh. Blood for the blood god, blood for the blood god, blood for the blood god, blood for the blood god. You carefully hold your finger over the cat. Dark red blood beads at the wound. Before growing heavy enough to trip into the cat's open waiting jaws. It mews happily at you. You smile warmly and lower your hand into the box, throwing the cat's cheek before laying it lap gently at your bleeding finger. When the flow gets weak and the cat meows for more, you squeeze below the wound, coaxing more blood out. You feel a strange but welcome sense of comfort from the odd exchange. A being other than yourself was hungry, and you were able to provide its sustenance. A small wrong in the world made right, even if so strangely done and only temporarily. Ironically, it's at that moment that you start to feel dizzy. You didn't think you were losing that much blood. You slump against the cat's box and listen to it mew in distress. You think it sounds worried about you, or at least you would like to think so. It could just want more blood as well. The cat hops out of the box and into your lap, nuzzling at your stomach and mewing unhappily. You wish you could ease its concerns, but it's not like you can just talk to each other. You can't help but try to remember that last time you talked to anyone actually. If you were to die here and now in this alley, how long would it take for someone to realize you were missing? That you were gone? Your thoughts are interrupted when the cat yowls loudly, tensing up in your lap. You don't have time to wonder why, as a voice rings out from the entryway to the alley. Hello? Hey, are you alright? You don't answer. You don't think you can. Your voice feels locked away deep within you. The cat looks up at you with a long stare, as if assessing you. It looks back towards the voice with a final nuzzle to your stomach. It hops out of your lap, walking towards the alley's entrance. But then, it starts to shift. Its face opens up. It peels back and opens again, waving tendrils peeking out from where you think its mouth should be. The strange silhouette freezes in the light beyond the alley. What the hell is... But I don't have the chance to finish your question. The tendrils converge into one, before swinging out of the cat's jaws and piercing into its ventral shoulder. Ah! They let out a pained cry, a fearful yet. They claw at the tendrils, trying to pull them loose, but to no avail. You can't seem to process their screams. You stare at the creature before you, so different from the cat who mewed out of concern for you earlier. Oh. Blood for the blood god, blood for the blood god. Stop the cat. You can't let this happen. You shakily crawl forward and weakly grab the conjoined tendrils that pulse as they drain the stranger's blood. When you tug as firmly as you're able, the tendrils pulsing hard and the cat turns to you. It makes a strange thrilling noise that sounds like a question, but you have no answer. You can't even understand the question, so you simply scoop up the creature, the cat, cradling it in your arms. You gaze almost longingly at the light beyond the LA's entrance. You don't know what's going on, but you just can't sit by and watch someone else be eaten so viciously. Not when they tried to see if you were okay. Not when you could offer yourself instead. You think the stranger is set free, because after the sound of shoes hastily scuffing on the pavement fades into the distance, you feel something sharp pierce your back. It feels thin, almost like a needle. So the pain passes quickly as your body adjusts to the intrusion. You're sure it wasn't so thin when it skewered through the stranger's shoulder earlier. But as you feel your blood leave your body slowly as if being pumped out, it gets harder to think and your vision starts to fail you. The creature in your arms makes a soft sound. You hold it as tightly and closely to you as your weak arms can manage. This is fine. You're okay with this. You don't know if this will change anything. Surely a cat will get hungry again at some point after you're gone and no longer an option. But at least this time, you were able to save someone. Ending 28. Personal care package. Ja. Und dann let cat feed. Ah! Someone help me! Help! Es shrinked. Help! You look away as the creature devours the stranger, training them until they are nothing but a husk of bones, skin, and clothes heaped on the floor. You feel awful, but what could you do? The creature is also a living thing. Shouldn't it be allowed to eat what it needs, though? Does it not also have a right to do what it must to survive? You ignore the voice in the back of your head that questions if there could have been another way. It's not like you tried to see if it could eat anything other blood. Human blood. No, did you? The creature purrs as it rubs its side into your arm. You realize that after a bit of rest you've already started feeling better, but you also think that something inside you feels a little bit broken too. You're just not quite sure what it is yet. You stand and hold out your arms. Is there hungry? The creature thrills happily and hops into your outstretched arms. Let's go then, yeah? You leave the alley together. You go out into the world together. The cat is hungry and it will be hungry often. From now on. Very often. Screams of fear and terror follow you both wherever you go. And without thought or care or concern for any of it, you just stand back and watch. I need 29. Or you can eat blood free. Ja. Heute mal Part in Überlänge gewesen. Ich würde meinen, wir beenden es halt jetzt erstmal hier. Es sind auch nur noch 10 Endings, die wir vor uns haben. Also mal schauen. Nächster Part, vielleicht übernächster Part wird es dann auch schon gewesen sein. Ich hoffe, ihr habt Spaß. Ich wünsche euch einen schönen Tag und bye!